Welcome friends to another video, and today I'm going to talk about the house of Bvlgari, and this is Bvlgari Man Wood Essence. This is a sample based review, and I'm just gonna say it from the beginning, this is quite an interesting fragrance for me ever since it was launched in 2018, mainly because I'm still debating rather to purchase it or not, to add it to my collection or not, because it's a very strange fragrance for me. It's quite a unique character, if you ask me. It's a fragrance made by Alberto Morillas, and it's a very interesting composition made out of woody notes and some citruses and aromatic notes. We have in the opening, we have lemon zest, we have citruses, and we also have coriander leaf. In the heart of the fragrance we have cypress, vetiver and cedar, and in the base of the fragrance we have benzoin. So it's an interesting fragrance in terms of the composition, mainly because it features quite a long list of woody notes, but it has a very strange behavior, at least on my skin. And that's why I said in the beginning that it has a strange character. In the opening, it's very fresh, it's very aromatic. You get a huge blast of lemon zest combined with coriander leaf, which turns this opening in something very juicy and aromatic at the same time, very spicy if you want, combined with some sugary citruses. But that's the opening, and this is where the surprise comes, because after 10 minutes since I applied the fragrance shifts and starts to turn into something darker and darker and darker as time passes through. From the fresh, luminous, invigorating opening, this fragrance ends as a dark, woody fragrance on my skin. After the opening, you get, of course, the woods. First of all, you are greeted by a very beautiful cypress note. And you may think for a second that this is the main accord in the heart of the fragrance. And in reality, it isn't. Because out of the sudden, you get a huge blast of cedar. And again, you may be tempted in believing that actually cedar is the main accord. Guess again, it's not. It actually is the vetiver note, which comes and takes control of the whole fragrance. The cypress and the cedar go back in the background of the vetiver note, accompanied both by that coriander leaf from the opening. Which, again, surprise, guess what? In the heart of the fragrance starts to become darker also. It's not as aromatic as in the opening, it becomes darker and darker together with the woody elements. And this is fascinating to me, or at least this is how it behaves on my skin, and it surprises me every single time I wear this fragrance. So the vetiver becomes the main accord, and in the background we have the cedar, we have also the cypress, and we also have that aromatic or spicy coriander leaf. But it doesn't stop here, because in the base, guess what? The fragrance changes again. It becomes a woody resonance type of fragrance. It becomes even darker. You may think that you feel the bark on the tree, if you want, which is simply surprising and curious and amazing at the same time. So this fragrance is anything but linear from the start till the end. It's shifting every single second it spends on your skin. It manages to surprise you, or at least this is happening on my skin. I don't know about your skin, your experience with this fragrance, but I'm just telling you what happens on my skin. So it's very interesting and very curious and very beautifully done by Alberto Morillas. At the same time, it's a challenging type of fragrance, mainly because it isn't very flexible. You cannot wear it in every single scenario, in my honest opinion. I see this one being worn more formally, basically in business environments, and I wouldn't see this one being worn in small places, small rooms, mainly because of the smell and mainly because of the projection of this fragrance. Because in terms of performance, this one on my skin has a longevity of about 12 hours, which is really great. And in terms of projection, for the first 2.5 hours, it projects really, really strong. Afterwards, I get about 3.5 hours, 4 hours of moderate projection and about 1 hour of light projection. Then, until the end, I get whiffs. So I do consider it to perform really, really great on my skin. Not very flexible though, and this is a fragrance that I see better worn by more mature consumers, to be honest with you. 30 years and above. I don't see this one being worn by younger crowds. They may not like the woody notes inside. They may not like the coriander leaf and how this one changes also throughout the life of the fragrance. So I do see this one being as a more mature, more classy, more elegant type of fragrance for more mature consumers, and best suited, as I said, for let's say business type or formal occasions. It's a really interesting fragrance, in my honest opinion. It's quite challenging, and this is the main reason for which I'm still debating right now if I want to add it to my collection or not. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. This pretty much does it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching, and as always, I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Be safe, be good. Peace.